time durations. For a particular marathon in 2016 that started at 11:30 a.m, one of the contendants, Jemima, finished the race at 1:54 p.m. So let's work out how long that actually took. There's a number of methods. So it actually took her 2 hours and 24 minutes. So there's a few ways we can work that out, adding on, subtracting, and so on. So let's have a look at that. First of all, our jump strategy, and sometimes it's also called our bridging strategy, works like this. So you basically count up to the next whole hour. So for this example down the bottom here, I've got 8:53, so counting up 7 minutes to get to 9, and then because I want to go to past 10 o'clock, we count up 1 hour to 10 o'clock, and then 19 minutes to get to 19 minutes past 10. So to work out how long this duration of the bus trip was, we then go, well, that's 7 minutes plus that 19 minutes is our 26 minutes. So I've got 1 hour and 26 minutes between start and finish of that journey. So you count up to the next hour, and then from hour to hour after that. So for example, 2:45 till 5 p.m, you count up to your 15 minutes till 3, and then your 2 hours till 5 o'clock. So in total, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes, the time duration between those. The next example, from 1:36 to 4:12, so you would count up from 1:36 up to 2 o'clock, from 2 to 4, and then adding on the last 12 minutes there. So 24 minutes there, 2 hours there, 12 minutes there. So 24 plus 12 is our 36. So we get 2 hours and 36 minutes. In this particular example, I'm going to look at another method, and this is our subtraction method. So we can do that by just changing into 24-hour time. So here, for a program that finishes at 7:30 p.m, so I'll add on 12 to the 7 and I get 19:30, and I take away my 10 hours and I get 9 hours and 30 minutes. Now this works nice and easily, except when you start having to do borrowing. So if you have to do that kind of thing, it might be easier just to count forward. Adding time. So with paper and pencil, for example, for this one, to work out Chloe's number of hours spent studying, so he's on Monday, on Tuesday, then on Saturday, sorry, then we add those together. So first of all, adding the minutes column, we get 135 minutes. Now that's more than an hour. It's actually more than 2 hours, so we have to split that up. So our 2 hours would be 120 minutes. So that means I've got 2 hours and then 15 minutes left over. So to work that out here, I would put my 15 minutes under the minutes column and then carry the 2 hours over. So then I would add the 2, 2, 1, and 3 to get my 8. So I'd have 8 hours and 15 minutes. I can also do this actually on the calculator using what we call the degrees minutes button. So 2 hours and 40 minutes. It looks like that on the calculator, plus 1 hour and 55 minutes, plus 3 hours and 40 minutes equals, and you can see the first one's your hours, then you have minutes, and then you have seconds. So that also gives us our 8 hours and 15 minutes. Okay, for this particular one, so we've got Liam rented a boat for 6.5 hours. He used it for 1 hour and 35 minutes. How much time is left? So with pencil and paper, I might go, right, I've got 6 hours and 30 minutes and I need to take away 1 hour 35. So I'm actually going to rewrite that top time measurement to make the minutes bigger, because if I'm trying to take 35 away from 30, I've got to deal with this borrowing issue, and it becomes quite tricky when you're dealing in groups of 60, which our time is measured in. So the 6 hours I'm going to change into, with this 30 here, I'm going to take an hour off, make that 5 hours, and bring the 60 minutes over to make it 90 minutes here. You can see that becomes 5 hours and 90 minutes, which is the same amount of time, it's just written in a different way. But now I've got 90 minus 35, which I can actually do the subtraction. So 90 minus 35 is 55. 5 minus 1 is 4. You can check this on your calculator. Again, we should get the same measurement of the 4 hours and 55 minutes. So just having a look there, if I clear that, I've got 6 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm taking away 1 hour and 35. Actually, going back here, I missed the... If you don't press the degrees minute button at the end as well, it will come up as an error. So be careful of that. So 4 hours and 55 minutes. So you got to work out for each question what method works best for you. So if I was doing one of these ones, what is the time? That is 2 hours 15 minutes after 6:45 in the morning. I think, well, 6:45 is 6:45 a.m. I need to add on my 2 hours and 15 minutes. I'm just going to do a straight addition here and go, well, that part there adds up to 60, which I know is 1 hour. So that 6 plus 2 is 8, then add on that 1 hour over, and I go, okay, it's 9 a.m. For this example, what's the time difference between 2:45 p.m. on a Tuesday and 8:30 a.m. on a Thursday? I would probably use my bridging or counting up strategy. So 2:45 Tuesday, I'd go, right, one day to the 2:45 Wednesday. Then I'd think, okay, how many hours to get as close to this 5:30 a.m. on the Thursday without going past it? So I think 2:45 a.m., 2:45 p.m. on the Wednesday to 2:45 a.m. on the Thursday is 12 hours. So then I go 13, add on another 2 hours to get to 4:45. That becomes 14 hours. Then to get to 5:30 on Thursday, I've got 15 minutes until 5 o'clock plus the 30 minutes after. So that's 45 minutes. So my answer to that question would be 1 day, 14 hours and 45 minutes. I forgot to do the animations here. Anyway, you'll have to just follow these ones. If I wanted to work out how many days there were in summer as my question, I would think of the regular year. I would just be adding up the dates, the number of days in each month using 28th of February. But I'd also need to mention the fact that at the leap year, we have our 29th day, so it would be different. For this last example here, for Michael, it would take 10 minutes to walk to the station and 34-minute train journey. You have to work out what time he must leave to reach work. He would need to leave 44 minutes before 9 a.m, so absolute latest at 8:16.